You're live.
Shazam. So let's see. Do I see you on YouTube yet? Sure we're live?
Yep. It says we are.
Tell them to rebook it.
Oh, there we go. So what I'll do is I'll share it to the usual places since you just went live. You didn't have this pre-planned or anything.
No.
So share, copy, and let's see. Good. Lego Club's good play. Actually, if I share it to one, it'll share to all.
Hey, Mama Lego.
Where is Mama? Good evening, Mama Lego. You said you were going to, last night or early this morning, you wanted to message me or reach out to me, Mama, but I don't think you did you?
So I like I'm saying, because I went to, where was I? I was in Yorkdale, because Sarah wanted to go at some books at Indigo, so I took her to Yorkdale to get some books, because she wanted to book someone, okay?
And don't mind me as I ignore the chat for a second. I'm doing lots of sharing here.
I didn't want to rush her, because I knew if I was there, I'd probably say, oh.
You feeling any better there, Eileen?
I wanted her to sort of take her time.
You were feeling rough there last weekend?
So I went sort of just...
So I think, or was that this week? I can't remember if I built it this week at all, or if that was last weekend. You said you were feeling rough.
Yeah.
Me?
No, Mama Lego.
Oh.
The one night she packed it in. She said she wasn't feeling great.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I did like.
Okay, so first there. Whoa, oh man, I just ruined that opportunity. Shoot. That's okay. Now I gotta do it the hard way. Share to.
Mama wants you to work your magic, I think.
Oh, which magic?
Your deal broker.
With Lego Bros to get friends, mini dolls, and trolls. I don't know how much Lego Bros. Do I know Lego Bros?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't recognize that.
Exactly, except for like tiny things in Walmart, right? Essentially, those are the two stores we end up.
That's the first thing we got to figure out. Is this someone I know?
Yeah.
Share to a group. Let's see. So let's.
Mr. Blue.
First, we'll post to my groups.
Yeah, I know. They still. I think they still have like so. It was so Pennington's and Edition now were the same store.
Good evening, Mr. Blue.
Sort of part of one, like they're all affiliated, and just the name is different, and the type of clothes they were trying to bring out.
How many groups can I share this to?
Like it seemed like more on the older side, where and whereas Edition was supposed to be for the younger and more trendy side, and then.
Whoops, it's 3. Come on.
This week I did something that I said I wasn't going to do.
Oh, I'm afraid.
No, it wasn't that bad, but I watched a Brixie video.
Oh, I have not done that in a long time. I clicked on a few, but I didn't watch more than 10 seconds.
I noticed he had put up he moved some stuff around. He put up some new shelves and stuff. So he actually put up more shelves.
Really? More?
I didn't think that was possible.
More shelves downstairs in that basement, eh?
Yeah. He was able to get some floating shelves and get them up above, like right across like the middle of the room, because he's got. I'm assuming it's a beam running across there, so he put floating shelves on like either side of the beam.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, you got me. I'm curious now, so I quit. I quit.
I gotta admit, I gotta actually see how many more units he can cram into that basement.
Well, yeah, he's.
Oh, Mama said I said he was okay, so then it must be someone I know then.
And of course, the Bay is trying to sell off a lot of its assets and stuff because I think they're going out of business. So I went to the size section, and I picked up a few things to try on, and I ended up finding a really nice dress jacket. That was, I think it was. Oh my God, what was the brand?
Now I gotta figure out where I know him from.
I liked it.
My wife, she was watching Law and Order SVU here last hour. Now I got the music playing in my head now.
Oh yeah. When you asked me if I'd come on, I said sure, because I figured I'd be done watching the Cruella movie on Disney Plus.
Oh,
But we started it well over an hour or almost 2 hours ago. It's like it should be done, right? It's a long
Yeah.
movie on Disney Plus. Well, we keep getting calls, and my wife's been getting calls, my daughter's getting calls. And we're trying to plan a trip to Montreal between now and April, Labor Day. So something, just a day or two. So calls coming and going. It's like, oh my God, this is crazy. So it turns out we still had an hour left when you messaged that, yeah, I'm about to go live. It's like, oops. Well, the thing is, my daughter already went into her room because she's trying to talk her friend into coming with us. And now my wife's talking to her mother. I mean, basically, the families are best friends. So it's like, yeah, okay. That's the end of the movie. We're done. We'll catch up on it tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
And I knew it. We never get through a movie. We never get through a family movie in one sitting. It doesn't happen. Nope, not anymore.
I find it's usually the kids, they'll lose interest or something, and they'll get antsy and they start moving around. Nathan will get up and wander around the living room. Say, okay, he's starting to lose interest.
Well, I mean, the whole time we were watching, I was on Snups actually almost the entire time. It's been working great today. I don't know if it's back. I don't know if they've flipped a switch or paid a bill. I suspect they paid a bill. Well, because like I said, they make no money from this app. So unless this is a vanity project that they do piggybacking something else they do, I don't know how they pay any of the bills unless it's all out of pocket. But today it's working. It's working fast. I actually even showed Brad Nussbaum when I was at his yard sale because I was trying to look up some stuff to see if I had it or my wife had it. And it's like, and I showed him my phone and he goes, "Oh, that's slick," because when it works, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And especially the way I like to use it, where I post my box art, and that's a way of me knowing I haven't built it yet. Because once I build it, usually, if I'm smart, I will take the updated photos within a day, and then I'll update it.
Yeah. So if you got box art, it's probably not built.
It's not built.
If you see the set, it's obviously built. Yeah.
Mama Lego, have you watched that Cruella? I mean, so far we're halfway through, and I'm quite shocked. I mean, it's better than I thought it would be, especially being Disney. But it's definitely watchable for adults. That's for sure. It's not losing my interest, and the actors in it are pretty good. So,
my wife,
that's getting so big now, eh?
Yeah. My wife had mentioned that she's like, "Did you know that new Cruella movie was on Disney Plus?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." She had just had mentioned that here like half an hour ago.
Oh, well, we've been waiting for it to not be pay, right? We already pay for the service. I'm not giving them $30. I'm not giving anybody $35 on top of my monthly to watch a movie.
That was why I asked her too. I was like, "Oh, is it pay to watch?" And she said, "No, it's open."
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, God, I thought that one was premium access. So they've It's already opened up though.
Yeah. There's probably no movie that I'll pay on top of my streaming service to watch.
Yeah, I'm
Unless it's Star Wars. If Disney were to say, okay, here's episode 10 or whatever
oh
of the Star Wars setup, it's like, okay, you got me.
yeah, I'm on them.
I want to watch it day one.
Yeah.
Here you go. But beyond that, probably nothing.
Oh, you know what I watched this week? And I had started watching it a long time ago, and it was on Amazon Prime, and I got started on it, got away from it, and then it was gone. And they pulled it back. Now it was Fanboys.
Oh,
I'd never seen all that movie, eh?
okay.
So I went back and I watched it, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday night or something. God, that's funny. It's so funny. And it's got lots of like cameos, like the actor who plays Lando, and Carrie Fisher's in it, and William Shatner.
Oh yeah.
Then there's like Seth Rogen, like all those guys that Seth Rogen and oh god, I'm gonna blank a few of them, but there's a lot of the same actors always. They're in each other's movies.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Mama says Black Widow will be on the regular service in October.
Yeah.
I can wait. I'm not. That's another one. I'm not paying $35. I'm just not. I mean, I could watch it right now. click, and I'll have it in 20 minutes. But it's like, nah. I can wait. That's the thing. So many of these movies aren't even worth it for me to grab it through other means. You know.
They're all over the place.
It's just, I'll wait. Not a big deal.
Well, that's what I know a few people, and they're like, oh yeah, I pirated that like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah.
I still have, ghosting services and stuff that I can just click and use, but it's like, not a big deal.
Yeah.
As I get older, I'm less and less interested in doing that stuff.
I watched, I had mentioned, I watched that Tomorrow War last night. That was actually pretty good.
So you finished it up? Yeah. I liked it.
I was surprised how long it was. I didn't realize that. Like, oh, wow.
See, I suspect that they plan that for a streaming service, and if so, then they're not as restricted. I mean, when they make decisions on the time length of a movie, I mean, they're discouraged from making them long, but they need them to be over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Because, first they want the classification that it's a feature so that they can possibly make awards, earn an award for it. Not that that is award worthy, but, so at least it's considered, right? It has to be a certain length, or it falls into a different category. Then you have the theater chains, which of course aren't that strong anymore, but, to be shown in the theaters, they want to have, 10 showings a day or whatever it is. Yeah. If the movie's too long, they lose one showing, maybe two. Like I remember Avatar was like 3 or 4 hours long, something like that.
Yeah.
Very long watch time. And it's tough to get the theaters to choke on it because they only want the best movie that's guaranteed to bring people in if it's super long. Otherwise, they don't want to run it. Because, they got to be able to sell food and popcorn and all that. And if it's really long, you're hungry again by the time the second part of that movie comes around. And
you're getting into bathroom breaks when you have that 4-hour movie.
It is so horrible when you have to get up during a movie. It's like, no. And, this is something we get used to at home with streaming services and the DVD and the Blu-ray generation, all that. Yeah. We got so used, and even regular TV on cable, you can pause your cable now, right?
Yeah.
And even rewind cable, 30 minutes or longer, depending on your service. And it's like, we are so used to having the world stop for us that if you pay money, go to a theater, and half an hour later, because you had to have the bladder buster drink, for that extra $2. And it's like, oops, now you're going to miss 5 minutes.
Or the McDonald's you had an hour earlier comes back to haunt you or something.
Yeah. I mean, before everything went to hell, Yorkdale being the closest theater to me, not necessarily the best theater, but the closest, they had plenty of little restaurants in there. And if you could drive 10 minutes north to like Colossus, they had some decent, oh, okay, good enough for fast food, but you had a full Burger King or a full Taco Bell or a full this and a full that in there, like
Yeah.
five or 10 choices. So you take this food back to your chair and it's like you had your full junk food takeout dinner with you. And then you get that big ass Coke or whatever. And it's like, yeah, you're visiting the can before the end of this movie. And then you got to figure like, okay, you're looking at your watch in the dark or your phone. You're not supposed to do that, but you're looking at your phone and it's like, I don't want to miss the last 10 minutes. And there might be, it's a Marvel movie too. So maybe there's a trailer I got to watch. And okay, I better make sure I go at what I think is a slow point in the movie. And then you come back and say, hey, what did I miss? Shut up. Yeah. People kick you in the back seat. Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Hey, Corey.
I saw Corey on Jazz's stream. Can you believe it? And they were building.
No way.
I'm serious. I think Corey might be a YouTube streamer. Could be.
That's just what I heard in the grapevine.
And then Jazz, let's see, what they crack open? The Daily Bugle?
The Bugle.
Yeah, the Bugle.
You know how many people call it the Bugle?
Dude, I call it the Daily Bunghole. I shouldn't rip it, but it's a set I don't see myself buying only because it's the Marvel stuff, and I don't buy much of the Marvel sets.
It's it would be, it's one of those things that would be neat to just to build it once.
Yeah.
And then probably sell it, I think.
Yeah. And it's not like I haven't gone down that road before. Falcons and whatnot, but it's like
The only thing with that though too is I would build it and then I would have trouble letting go of the minifigs. Because the figs are like, there's some cool ones in there.
Yeah, I don't know if I could make a deal with someone, that'd be sweet. But honestly, anyone I know who'd want one would want the other. If they want the figs, they want the building. If they want the building, they want the figs. So yeah, Corey's saying $250 if parted properly to the right people will that's just the figs. That's not bad. But see, I don't want the building. Don't want the building. I mean, like I wouldn't mind building it, but I don't want it because it's like, oh my god, it's so tall.
Yeah, right.
Hey, OBR, how you doing?
Hey, everyone's showing up tonight.
Yeah, the 3 or 4 of us are all on Boom Bricks stream tomorrow.
Actually, yeah, I saw the ad just actually before I started.
Yeah, we're building across North America with special guest Boom Bricks on Boom Bricks channel. I'm not sure if he's noticed that yet. I made that promo. I don't have it. It's over there. My wife's asking me where the Bluetooth headsets are.
So you ordered a different set of headphones then?
Yeah, I got a Razer set coming. I tell you, I spent literally 4 hours going through Best Buy and Amazon reviews and everything for a crap ton of wired and a crap ton of wireless. And in the end, I just said, screw it. Found one that's reasonably priced. Going to order it. And if I don't like it, I'll return that one too. I'll keep going until I find one I like. The only reason I wanted to replace this one is this dongle, which is maybe 18 inches from here, catches at the worst spot. If I lean against my desk, bang, and it catches. And I mute it or it pulls it. And now I know I got some static that wasn't there. So I know I've done a little damage. I mean, I could probably take it apart and check all the solder points. But yeah, I'm not thrilled with it. So I want to get it replaced.
I maybe consider getting just some Bluetooth, just like earbuds.
Yeah.
I think is maybe what I'm going to do because I'm still streaming with the laptop and the mic on the laptop works just fine. But that would give me just enough distance if I wanted to stand up and reach the bed. I'm not doing the lean with my cord here.
Yeah. Well, Mama's asking, what did I? Well, you'll have to tune in tomorrow since I moved new bricks to tomorrow night at 9 p.m. And you'll see what wifey got. Where did I put it?
So Mama was saying the fire alarm's going off. It's just their Saturday night fun apparently.
Lots of stuff. So new bricks tomorrow. Storm here actually took out some of the local power about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, all the power blinked. But of course, because of the way I got my setup, right? So everything around this desk is on a battery. My living room TV and all that stuff, that's on a different battery. My daughter's setup, that's all on a battery. So we saw everything else blink, including all the fans turn off because they're on just digital buttons, right? So if it was a hard rocker switch like the air conditioners, they're fine. But yeah, all the fans turned off. We went, ooh, that was a bad one. Because we heard the lightning and thunder coming in and then it happens in Toronto, but that's where you got to get those universal power supplies, plug all your stuff into it. Yeah. It'll save you electronics because, I mean, your TV and your computer monitor and actually your computers, all those power supplies can deal with some, spikes and drops in power.
Yeah.
But it's cumulative damage to those power supplies. So depending on how good the unit is, the clock is ticking. It might take one hit. It might take 1,000 hits, but sooner or later it is going to give up the ghost.
Yeah.
But I figure for me, it's an investment because you can get batteries from, I want to say $40 to $50 up to $300. And they're all useful in that range, depending on what you're plugging in. I mean, the one under my desk, I think I can plug in 2 full desktops with their monitors and any peripherals for those computers.
Yeah.
And it will power them at least long enough for you to safely shut them down. I've never relied on, some of them have gimmicks where, it can be network connected, so it will shut down your network or shut down your PC or whatever. I've never used that functionality because their software is usually atrocious and oversensitive. Like I've tried it, but never relied on it.
Yeah.
And I don't run them. No, it's usually enough that, if we think, it's getting bad, then we will power down all our devices and just let the battery backups do their thing.
Yeah, that's actually one thing. I don't have a power bar or anything in here with the laptop plugged in, but
even a surge suppressing bar, something is better than nothing.
Yeah. I don't have one here, but anything out, my TVs and all that kind of stuff and my arcades, they're all plugged into power strips. But
I know one of my buddies, he made the mistake of, so he had a battery under his desk, and for whatever reason, he didn't have the computer plugged in to it.
Yeah.
And of course, everything else survived, and the computer took the hit straight. Toast. And it's the worst feeling in the world because you hear it. You can hear the popped capacitors. Yep. It's like, no. And then the worst part is and if it was powered on, then you usually also get that little puff of smoke and that burning smell of plastic. It's like, no, it's bad. It's bad. But see, depending on what might have gone popped in, say, your desktop computer or say a laptop, although it's a lot more risky with a laptop.
Yeah.
If you have any skill soldering, if it is just a capacitor or something, I mean, what's the worst that can happen if it's already toast, and especially if it's out of warranty? Take a
Yeah.
little wire, solder it from point A to point B, desolder whatever looks like it's burnt or melted. Turn it on, see what happens, because maybe you'll bring it back.
Well,
It's just like the old days of putting the penny in the fuse, which isn't a great idea, but people do it. I mean, we kind of lived that way for a long time when I was growing up. My dad would yell for a penny. Top of the stove, you got your 6 fuses or whatever, and you put that penny in there, and well, it's not causing a fire right now, so it'll last until Monday when we go to the hardware store and get another 10 or 15 or 20 or worst case a 30 to stick in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, fond memories.
I can still remember thinking something like that. My dad, he typically does most of his own electrical stuff like that. You remember he had we've got a Hudrick colony at our farm that they're only like 3 miles away, and they're all everyone in the colony has a trade. Like there's plumber, electrician, mechanics, carpenter, everything. So we had the electrician over putting a new wiring a new hot water tank.
Okay.
I remember going downstairs and Dad was standing there and they were talking, kind of standing there watching. All of a sudden I see just kind of lights flickered and I saw a flash and then I remember the guy from the colony turns around and then the screwdriver handle's all melted.
Oh.
Oh, power's on.
Yeah, at work, it's funny. So my last day was Wednesday. So it was probably Tuesday. One of the doors on one of my trailers, which we had already finished loading, so we had no intention of unloading it, was jammed in the open position. It happens, maybe once, twice a month. And this one was being particularly finicky, and it's like, okay, where's the pry bar? Can't find the pry bar. So my buddy goes over to the maintenance area, comes back with the longest flathead screwdriver I've ever seen, but it's already bent. Yeah. And sure enough, the handles, as you described, melted. So someone's used this to do something. But, thank God that thing was there, and I was able to pry the latch on the loading door so I could pull down Campar's loading door.
Yeah.
Because, if I couldn't, then it would have been, and actually it was near the end of the day, so it's like, so do I say something? Well, of course I say something. I always do.
Yeah.
But my options are say something, say nothing. It's the end of shift. It's the other guy's problem.
Yeah. Pretend you never saw it.
Pretend I didn't see it, because we leave the doors open until someone shows up usually anyway, just so we visually know this is full, this is full, this is full.
Yeah.
I don't like closing the doors because I always, once an hour we have to do door check, and I got open doors anyway. So I always yell at my people, don't close the doors. And they go, why not? It's full. I go, because I need to know every hour what's still here.
Yeah.
And having doors closed, I don't know if it's an empty or a full load. And, or cross-dock it into another trailer, because I did have another one of there. It's like, no, I don't want to unload, 28-ish skids and move it to the other truck. I don't like doing a job twice. So, yeah, 2 minutes work, I get that door down. And then I put a note with the paperwork so that whenever the driver does show up, your door is busted.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's closed, it's sealed, it'll get you to your depot, but it's busted. Don't bring it back to my warehouse. And, hopefully someone takes care of it. It was a bad week for busted trailers, too. I had like 2 others that gave me grief. One of the worst problems we have is what's called trailer creep. The drivers drop the trailers. Doesn't matter what courier. But we do have problems with 3 doors, it seems, which means 2 couriers' trailers are the worst for this problem. So with trailer creep, they drop off their trailer, and even if it's backed up completely to the door and we put the ramp on, Sometimes there's a gap that will grow from 1 inch to 4 inches really fast. Sometimes as soon as we drive on with the first skid, and then we drive off like, oh, look at that gap, and drive on with another one. Oh, look, that creeped out a little more.
Need to throw some chocks under.
Well, no, that's the
chocks,
thing.
or?
Sometimes we have the chocks. A couple doors I need to get new chocks for.
Yeah.
But even then, it could still move sometimes, depending on the weight of the trailer and if it's got air ride and all this other garbage. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so the courier's gone, and they don't ever want to unhook and push back the empty and whatnot. So it's like, now that means I got to deal with my own shunt driver. They're lazy too. But so we got to call them. Takes 20 minutes to half an hour usually. But sometimes it's like I look at the gap. It's like, well, okay, if I can't go on with my dock stalker, which is very heavy, I could go on with a walkie because it will not shift the truck.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes I got to make a decision. Like, you know what? Maybe it's only an hour or two to the end of the day. I'm not going to bother the shunt driver because maybe he won't even show up. I'd rather get the load done. I'll go find a walkie, double walkie. I'll just load it carefully. I don't let my other drivers do it because I don't want them to make a mistake, because I will watch each load going on to the truck. And if it migrates too much, then I'll just say, that's it, we're done. Because if I say, because when I draw the line and say it's unsafe, then it's game over. Everyone else can make whatever decisions they want. But if I say it's not safe, but you honestly, as soon as you think it's creeping, you should stop, get it pushed back, get it re-chalked if it's not chalked, or find another solution to securing it. But yeah, that happens actually far too often. When you started, I was actually looking for something I wanted to build, and the worst part is having too much choice.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got to keep something not too big, but, a reasonable size for tomorrow. Yeah, and it's like, and they're doing Lego, so I figure I'll better keep it to Lego. So that cuts it selection down to probably, actually these days, I bet you it's 40-60 split my backlog between Lego and non-Lego. 60% Lego.
Yeah, it's sure it's gone the other way. Like I would say 2 years ago, it was mostly Lego.
Yeah. And it's not that I'm buying a lot less Lego, but yeah, it's just the other stuff's picked up some. We'll talk about frustrating. There's a set I want from Mega, and someone finally said, "Look, it's on sale!" Like they found it for sale, I should say, because we've been looking for it in Canada, can't find it. Yeah, Amazon Mexico.
Oh.
Have you ever tried to log on to Amazon Mexico with your account?
Nope, I've never, other than the US one. That's as far as I've gone.
Yeah, I do US and UK frequently. Not a big deal. Works well on the app. Not a big deal. Well, if I use the app on my phone and open the Mexican link, I can open it, view it, and I can even click on buy, but I can't read it. So then I decide I don't want it to open in the app. I want it to open in the browser, because then with the browser I can say translate to English.
Oh, yeah.
And I did that. It's like, oh, cool, I'm making some headway. Like, I don't even care if I got to pay import duties. I can't get it any other way, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I open it up in English, I lost the option to buy it. It's like, oh you son of a gun. And then it took me a little while.
So you'd have to go and translate it, figure out what buttons you need to hit, and then go back to...
What I really need to do is just try it here. My laptop does and is logged into my Amazon. Amazon.com. Is it MX, I think? Yes. But of course, I can't read anything. And I'm trying to remember what is the easiest way. Certificate, cookies, site settings. Oh, wow. Lots of weird stuff here.
Mama Lego said the fire alarm is still going off.
Oh no.
That was like 15 minutes ago.
And is that because of a lightning strike? That's what I'm curious about, because that sounds like around the time we were hearing lightning here in Toronto. Come on, where's the language? Okay, that's not terribly helpful. Okay. Oh, nah. Wow, I just discovered something I've never seen before. I'm going to ignore that for now. Let's see. Mega Masters of the Universe. Okay, not that one. And of course, these numbers are crazy. Like I see 599 Mexican dollars, pesos, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really need to make sure that's translated properly too. Okay, so here's one. It's a new set, and yeah, see, all. I mean, I can't read any of this. So if I go here, so translate more tools. No. I know there's an easy way to do this too. That's the worst thing. I know it. Close. But there's been so many times.
Need you know anyone from Mexico that would drop ship it?
Yeah.
Maybe. That you trust enough that would drop ship?
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
I did that it was funny. One of the guys I work with, he needed he needed a couple batteries for, what brand was it? Oh, a Milwaukee cordless impact. He needed a couple new batteries.
Okay.
And he got a couple knockoff ones off Amazon for like, I would say like 70% off of what the Milwaukee brand ones were. Like, but they wouldn't ship to his PO box.
Okay.
He lives out of town, but it would ship. He checked and he put my address in, and he could ship to my address, which was funny because I've got a street address, but it goes into like one of those community boxes. And that was fine. So he just put my address in, shipping address in, and then I plucked him out of there and gave him to him at work next day.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, well, that works. Like he's like, I may use your address more than just this time. I'll let you know if I do.
Here we go. In Chrome, I love this. So I loaded up Amazon.com.mx, right? And although I don't know if I'm logged in, so I'll probably see that once I switch to English, but there's a QR code reader in the URL bar. And then beside that is what it looks like Google Translate. So Google Translate from Spanish to English. Choose your shipping address, blah, blah, blah. But see, I don't see anywhere to buy. Oh, purchase options. Okay, so 653 whatever this is money. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, and it continues in English. Import fees do not apply. $82.65 shipping. Like, but this is their money, I'm assuming. This can't be Canadian dollars.
Well,
let's see. Have I got it in the cart now? Is it in the cart? I got it in the cart.
Like when you go, like When you go on the U.S. Amazon, it knows you're in Canada though, and it gets. I'm trying to think.
By final billing, I see in Canadian
Final billing
funds.
will give it to you in Canadian, but it up until you're ready to basically check out and like purchase, I think it's giving everything in American dollars. So that's probably
Oh,
in pesos.
this is weird. So check this out. Um, okay, so I'm not signed in yet. That's number one. But hang on a sec. What's that?
The library.
What library?
Did you see that? The library, like a Lego library, like a. I don't
It's
know.
not Lego.
No. Oh, I thought it was.
It's somebody else's. I'll look at it, a screenshot or something. So it says available, and here's what's neat. So yeah, Amazon.com.mx, blah blah blah, shipped by Amazon from the United States. It's
Oh,
like, you dirty buggers. But I can't find the same thing on the U.S. site. Go figure. Because
yeah.
I would order it from the U.S. and pay $5 custom fees, maybe. That's like, but what scares me is the $653, whatever this is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
let's
you
see.
can like work your way through it, and I think will it not once you're logged in? I think it'll start converting it.
Yeah, well, let's see. Convert.
Yeah,
Mex
Mexican dollars to Canadian or something.
into CAD. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so this is not so bad. One, if I got this right, one Mexican dollar, peso, whatever this is 0.06 Canadian, so 6 cents. So what's the total then for
So
me?
it's $83 ship. That shipping's not that expensive,
No, it's not.
but depending on what the brokering fees will cost, that might.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the risk of starting on a site you can't normally read and relying on
Yeah.
the translation software. Okay, so let's see if I put that back in. $40 CAD. Okay, that's okay. I definitely don't want to pay $40 for that.
Oh, really? How much is it really?
Well, not including the shipping. If I've got this right, it's 40 round up $41.
And what is it retail for in typical? Or you
That's a good
hard to say.
question. So let's see. If I go to the .ca, what would that kind of thing? Because it's like the fourth version of the same kind of set. So let's see. Mega Masters. What would one of these? Because it's particularly, look at that, 16. What's another one? Yeah, 1668 Canadian. And I'd get free shipping. So let's say $20 after tax, and I get free shipping. Well, it's double. But right now I can't buy it, you know? I will investigate this further, but now at least I've got options. I didn't realize Google Translate. Oh, dude. Forget this. Taobao. Have you ever heard of Taobao?
Nope.
No? Oh. Okay, let's see if this works for me. Yeah, Taobao Worldwide. Will this translate? This is a site that I would love to use for especially the imported bricks.
Yeah.
Can't do it because I've never been able to read it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I fully know that Wait a second. How did this just come up in English? I haven't been on it in a year. Are you telling me it's English now? Let's see, Lego. Well, no, because anytime I've ever. Right. Password, login. What? No, I don't want to. What are you doing to me? Here, try it again. Search. Okay. Block toys. Member name. Okay, okay. And of course, here's the money they take. They take Weibo. I don't know if you're familiar with Weibo or Alipay. Alipay, I'm at least familiar with. Weibo is another social app in Asia, really big. They pay, but it's for everything, and they've had it on phones like forever over there. They've been so far ahead on all this stuff. Okay, so now at least I can read it. Okay, that's something I'm going to have to do in my own time. But why won't they let me search? Toys. Yeah, see, anything I click on, they want me to set up my account. They won't even let you browse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I guarantee you, if I'm going to set up an account on this, I'm going to make sure it's a brand new email and a brand new thing, and I'm going to tie it to as little as possible because it's as dark and as deep going down the Chinese well as you get. You know, it's like, no, it's okay. But that's great. That's built right into Chrome. Google Translate right there at the top in the URL bar.
You'll end up with custom agents beating down your door or something.
Oh, do you see what? Yeah. Do you see what? Oh, Google was automatically translating this for me. That's why it come up English for me.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's handy though.
It is really handy. I'm going to have to look at more stuff on the laptop and less on the phone because it's going to be easier this way. Yeah, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that.
My little man, he got his first COVID shot here this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a big boy.
Wow.
Took it like a champ. He's saying
stuff.
his arm's a little. You know what? He was good. He got it at 10:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And he's been good all day. And actually, just he's sleeping with Mama now. But he said it was kind of stinging. But I think Ella smacked him in the arm. She forgot about it. And now he's saying it was still stinging when he went to bed there. So
yeah. That's pretty normal reaction.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. He's got lots of needles coming because so this is his first one. So in 3-ish weeks he can get a second, and then another month down the road, then he'll get his because he's going to grade 6, so he needs all his boosters and stuff. So
okay,
he's gonna get nailed for all that too, and then we'll probably end up getting the flu shot. So
that's fun.
We told him about it, and he's just like,
I didn't hear a word you just said.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh,
yeah, I went.
Well, he's gonna get. Yeah, Nathan. He's gonna between the 2 sets of COVID shots, the school boosters, and then probably a flu shot after that. He's gonna get nailed like 4 separate times. So
I hope they spread it out, or that arm is never going to recover.
Oh yeah, it's all gonna be spread out. But we told him about it, and he's just like, "Oh God, like, really?" Like, come on, Dad.
Let's see. I'm going to take a look at Bricksets discounted sets on Amazon.ca. They have a list on Brickset that they update. I don't know. Really? All of these are discounted?
Mama's saying just don't 100% trust the translator. Just
Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, absolutely. But let's see. Raceboat transporter, 39 down to $25. Piranha plant power slide, 39 down to 25. That's 38% off. Is there any Star Wars in this? Those silly Mario add-ons for the suits that you put on the little Mario figure.
Yeah.
They're 30% off. They're 14 down to just under $10.
That's on the
Amazon. This is all Amazon.ca.
Oh, the Canada one now.
Yeah. I'm just checking out what this brick set list is, because they got this. You could take this one link and always use it, and it'll tell you what the current Amazon deals are.
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
yeah, it's usually good for about 20, 30 minutes after a deal kicks in. Then it seems to get updated here. Let's see.
I've still been looking, but not as hard at Amazon. I think things have kind of slowed down.
Yeah, I think it's settled down again, and then you'll probably see another big jump around October.
I would say October through to Black Friday, I guess.
Yeah. That Wonder Woman versus Cheetah set, $50 down to $39.
Yeah.
So it's $10. It's 22% off.
Was that one? Was that in any of the Walmart clearances at all?
Yes, it was. But actually not recently, because that set actually came out last October. It's been out a while. And it was clearanced pretty heavily in, I think, April at Walmart. Don't know if Amazon had cleared it beforehand. So here's one, the Snowspeeder set, the 4+ one, that Walmart's been doing it for $9 to $14 as a clearance price. Amazon's got it now for $19. Normally it's $25. I mean, it's not a great deal. I was looking for that the Thor couch set today in a few places, and it was sold out everywhere I looked. It wasn't there. Very popular set.
Yeah, like when I saw that at Mastermind, that's why I was like, oh.
The only store I didn't go in today, I had a chance to go in Mastermind, and we passed on it.
I saw that when I was out in Edmonton, and I was like, oh, of any of them that came out, like that was the one that really kind of got me going. But I was like, I don't want to go down that hole. Opens up a lot of different stuff, and maybe a bit not.
This is one I'm watching out for, but Amazon's only got 8% off. That General Grievous Starfighter. It is It's so horribly overpriced. I don't want it. I don't even want to come close to it until it gets like 50%. Like I want a really, really good deal.
Yeah, that's actually I think the lowest I've seen is like $105 or something like that. Because it has been on sale, but it's never under $100. And if I was to see it go low enough, I wouldn't mind owning it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people say it's the older version is a better set. But
I hate when Amazon does this. 3% off. It's $38.66 instead of $39.99. Like, really? This is interesting. Brickset actually does the price per piece, although that's not the best way to look at things anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, they break some of this down. Huh. Not bad.
What do they say the price per piece is on
the Grievous? Oh, It's not going to be good. Let's see. Let me go back up to it. There. Let's see. 0.227 of a penny.
Almost 20.
Well, wait. So
22
Actually,
cents.
sorry. No, you're right. 22 cents. Yeah, moved decimal over 2 spots. Yeah, 22 cents. Woof. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But
And
it's
you know
not.
what?
It's not the worst. Look at this Technics set. It's one of those motorized ones.
Yeah.
40 cents per piece.
Mm.
Let's see. What's the highest in this sale? One of the
Like,
cheapest is the bonsai tree, and it's so it's 7 cents per piece. Oh, here's it.
what's the
Oh,
world map?
they don't. Do they have the world map? Well, okay. I'll give you an example. Harry Potter's, the one with all the dots.
Yeah.
The art piece. That's 3 cents per piece. Do they have the world map on Amazon? Granted, this is only the sales stuff, right? And there's no discount on the world map, even if it was on there. So that's pretty bad. Wow, let's see. Resistance X-Wing Starfighter, the one that's 4 plus.
Yeah.
41 cents per piece. But see, big pieces, right? Some of those 4 plus sets are all big pieces.
Yeah, the 4 plus sets are always if you go per piece, they're always atrocious.
I'm moving up here.
Did you bought that though, didn't you?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
X-Wing TIE Fighters. I buy
Yeah.
that sight unseen. I don't care.
I was pretty sure. That's what I think. It's like I think you bought that one too.
Oh yeah.
Because it's an X-Wing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to miss on it. I will stop buying like all the X-Wings and all the TIE Fighters when I stop buying Lego. Then
Yeah.
you know it's done. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Because there's just some stuff I'm not giving up on. I'll go back to eating peanut butter or ramen noodles or whatever, if I ever get so bad money wise.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of like ramen noodles, I was talking to my dad here the other day, and he's talking. He's like, "Oh, have you ever tried these? I think they're called Mr. Noodle." He goes, "Well, I went to Walmart. They were like on for like 89 cents a pack." And he's like,
Oh no!
You add water." His mom's been gone a lot. She works in town. They got a secondhand store that she volunteers at a lot. So he's been having to do his own meals. So it's something different because usually he'll just take some canned tomatoes and have some toast or something like that, and that's his lunch. Or his
Okay.
Mr. Noodle packages. They're great. He goes, it's like, Dad, we used to eat those in high school. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And I used to get him for $4. So I don't know what he's paying for Mr. Noodles, but that's what I used to pay. I mean, now it's probably 33 cents, but yeah. And none of them were great. Yeah, beef is okay. And
beef,
I mean,
chicken, there's like probably beef, chicken, pork.
Yeah. Now here's something I learned. You take those or other instant noodles. You take like a raw egg and you crack it in there when it's boiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. First it's cheap protein.
Well, and then you mix it up. You'd probably make it would become like a stir fry.
Well, it won't. Well, if you eat it as a soup, it won't be a stir fry. But
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good most of the time. But I tell you, I don't have the same love for that stuff as I used to. It's hard to stomach it now.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much of it I used to eat. I would take 2 packs, put it in the sauce pot, have the water going, and 3 minutes later you have soup.
We do it a lot at school because there's 4 grades. We didn't have a big school. Say 9 through 12, the average between 15 and 20 kids per class. So there was at least 60 to 70 kids eating lunch at the same time. There's 2 microwaves.
Yeah.
So if you had a pizza pop or something you wanted to nuke, you're most likely waiting a while.
Yep.
So yeah, they had a kettle there. It's like one of those electric kettles. So instead, you have ramen noodles and you boil one thing of water, and 5, 6 kids would be able to fill their noodle bowl.
I know a few people who try to eat that stuff without heating the water. It's like you can't just put the noodles in the water. I mean,
Yeah,
they'll never get soft.
yeah, yeah.
Just
Just tepid, lukewarm water.
yeah. It's like no, you can't use tap water. It's not hot enough,
Yeah,
and it'd be horrible.
we actually used to. So those are the ramen noodles. We used to crush them up in the bag, put the seasoning in, and just shake them up and eat them raw. They're really a
Right.
little crunchy, but you do that sometimes for a snack. Weird things country kids do, I guess.
Yeah. My mom used to actually do up the soup, and then she'd refry it as the
Oh,
noodles
like
to make like a
make
stir fry. So after it's done as a soup, then she'd very quickly stir it up in a fry pan. And I tell you, whatever she did, it was good
like she just strain and then toss the noodles in the pan.
in a fry pan. Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of doing that. That actually wouldn't be bad. Throw some frozen veggies in there quick and
Yeah.
something like that. I may have to try that.
But yeah, I mean, instant noodles. Keep in mind, the guy who's saying this also takes a can of Chef Boyardee every day, the kind with the pop top.
Oh,
And I sit there and my break. That's my lunch, right? Because I discovered this summer that these are great because they're parboiled,
yeah,
and some of them are just straight up cooked anyway. They'll say it on the packaging sometimes, but even the ones that aren't, they're parboiled,
yeah.
and you get the ones with the pop top now, and it's like these are great. So I get like the spaghetti. My wife, has a joke, got me the alphabet one. Uh, she thought that was cute. The beefaroni and the raviolis, but I prefer. It turns out the one I like the most this way is the spaghetti, even though it's not great or anything, but it's something I can leave in the car, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to take it into a warehouse. I go out on my breaks and it's like, oh, this is sweet. Pop it open, eat it, toss the can. I'm done. I don't even take a lunch bag anymore. It's great.
When I worked for a farm supply outlet that they did a bunch of custom apps. So I used to spray and stuff like that. And so you're out for, I would work 12, 14, 16-hour days. So you're eating in the cabin spray. So for a warm meal every now and then, I sometimes bring a frozen pizza pop, just have them kicking around my lunch kit and some
Right.
tinfoil. Wrap them in tinfoil, and then you just lift the hood of the sprayer and you just stick it in between the exhaust manifold.
Oh,
You spray off a tank. When you stop the fill, you flip the hood, take it, give it a half turn, go and do your other. Because they're about half to 3/4 of an hour. It would take the spray off the tank of chemical. Yeah, perfect. And then you have your
oh,
meal.
goodness.
Yep.
Wow.
Think the things you do if you're really hungry.
Oh, look what Mama's done. Wanted to try something new. Applied to do the election by mail. My wife is
Oh,
so
okay.
pissed off with this idea that you have to apply to do it by mail.
Oh, you have to
You
actually
have to
apply.
apply first, yeah. And I'm guessing they give you a card or they give you a mail away. I don't know. Do something. Mama could tell you better, but when my wife saw this on the news, she was upset. Like, are you kidding? Especially right now when there's still a lot of people who don't want to go line up election night, election day, whatever.
I'll show you something here. Oh, that fell off. Let's go. There we go. So working on the cockpit, and so that cockpit actually is just sitting there. There's nothing, no studs holding it in, and they just got this piece just lays over top, clips on
Right.
both sides. That's what's holding the cockpit in. A little different.
Yeah, it's funny that they didn't stud it in somewhere.
Yeah. Because I think that's more or less the same cockpit piece they have in the interceptor ships.
Yeah, it's
It's
a few parts sets right
yeah,
now.
it's just got some different printing on it, but it's basically
Yeah, let us know when you get that, Mama. I'm curious about how long that's going to take. I mean, we're going to go to our voting center. It's just over at our community center, a block away. It's not a big deal, and we've never waited more than 2 people in front of us for any election since we lived here. So going on 16, 17 years. So um, I'm not too worried about it. Still got to decide who I'm going to vote for. I'm really torn because I mean I bleed PC blue, and I'm not a fan of Trudeau, but I don't like the leader of the PC party because I think O'Toole is a tool. So I'm in a bad spot.
well,
I've never really been conflicted before, and I am
yeah,
now.
you know what? Don't necessarily, I don't know, vote for your don't concentrate so much on the PM as your MP because he's MP is
Yeah.
still your voice, say, and like that's for us. Our conservative MP is actually he actually well as a kid. Well, I think he still farms, but Larry McGuire, his farm's only 20-minute drive from us, maybe
Oh
25-minute
yeah.
drive. So we knew him. Our family's been good friends with him as long as I've known. But he's a super nice man. And actually, he's the only he's the only federal cabinet minister that I've ever seen when they go around. He goes around door to door. He came to our door about 10 days ago. Just at like 8 o'clock at night, there was a doorbell rang. Went upstairs. It's Larry McGuire. Like he's been our cabinet minister or our MP for he's been in I think two elections. So
Really?
yeah, I've never had anyone come to our door before other than Larry. It's yeah, the actual member of parliament. If he's doing that, going door to door, that says something.
I'm trying to see if the sailboat gift with purchase is still available because it looks like it is. Can you believe? I mean, it's been what, a week, couple weeks? I think it's been since the first of the month, and that thing is still out there. Goes to show you, $265 or whatever it is was too high a threshold for some people, or they
Yeah,
made too many. Here, Star Wars. Oh, see, that's something I don't have. The meditation chamber. I do want that.
I'm conflicted on that one. I kind of want it, but at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't make the chamber a little better. Like, I
Oh,
think
there's
it's
some.
neat with the
The
base and
gaps are
everything.
the gaps are bad.
Yeah, I wish they had just maybe designed that a little better, like so that it's nice a sealed unit that you can't see through it the way you can. If you wanted to have it open, fine, but if you
Yeah.
want it closed, I don't want to see the inside. I'm sure they could have done a better job of that.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Like, so that's I'm kind of conflicted because I would like to actually have it.
So
So I
that
think it is
sailboat,
still a neat set.
that's still in there. You can still get it. Let's see. How do I remove this now? Trash. Trash. And it looks like September is going to be a crappy month for gifts with purchases, so no one's going to be buying anything.
Yeah,
2 cruddy poly bags, I think, are going to be available. And then, like, honestly, certain Lego stores will sell it anyway for $5. So it's like, why kill yourself to get them?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be rushing out to spend too much. And you know what?
Yeah.
Good for me because I don't want to buy anything.
Yeah. Oh no. Hey. Yeah. It's perfect timing, especially with the ad around the corner. It's like, yeah, I don't need anything. It's okay. I'm just hoping there's something worthy, that they attach to the ad or to, high end purchases, because that's going to really suck if I buy it day one and there's nothing with it. I mean, I still want it anyway, but it's like, it'd be really nice,
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'd be surprised. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. You think if they're making a set for people, there are people that serious collectors that are going to spend like $800 to $1,000 on this UCS set. You think they would have something that's
See,
like
I'm part of the problem because I'm willing to buy it with or without the gift with purchase.
Yeah,
the gift with purchase will not move the needle for me. It will not, like, if I was close, it's like, okay, I'll get it because you're giving me this. No, I'm getting it anyway.
It's one of the contention point that makes you a little sour. It's like, I was going to get it anyways, but it's like, come on, like,
yeah, throw me something.
Throw me something. That's the way I see it.
Polybag figure, come on. Doesn't even have to be a new one. Don't even care.
Let's dig out some more of the Obi-Wan Kenobi polybags. Throw one of them in. At least it's something.
Those Admiral Luarian figures from a couple of years ago. Yeah. Whatever. There's got to be something floating around.
That's funny that one time I went to the store, I walked out with 3 of those, of the Yularen polys, because they gave us one when we walked in.
Yeah.
Because that would have been in 2017, 2018, somewhere in there.
Oh.
Because I remember they asked Nathan, it was like, have you seen the Millennium Falcon? He's like, do you know how many pieces are in this set or whatever? So we guessed, and then he said, no, it's so many. And he's like, here. And so he gives Nathan a poly bag. Oh, that's cool. And we ended up buying something. We get to the till, and then they threw a poly bag, another one.
Right.
He gave it to Nathan, and it's like, do you got one maybe for Dad too? And then he gave me one too.
Oh man. Did you see this? They got a Batman helmet cowl, but it's for the classic Batman from the TV series. Because you've seen the movie Batman helmet thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now they've got yeah. So that's all black. Well, this one is mostly blue. This is from the TV series.
Like, this is something actually coming out, or?
Yeah. It's pre-order right now. $80, October 1st. Wow.
I haven't seen anything. Is this something that just got dropped? That
it's showing up on the Lego site right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything, rumors or anything. Does it look better than the?
Well, I like it more, but it's so 300
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nostalgia thing. 372 pieces. It's not big.
How much?
372 pieces, $80.
For 80. Oh wow.
Yeah. No, this is pricey.
Especially when you could get the other cowl wasn't it like $55 there just?
Yeah, let's see.
Because I had that. I checked out with it and then had buyer's remorse about 2 hours later and canceled it.
So the regular one, the black Batman one, $79.99, 410. Okay, so it's only marginally bigger, but I mean, these helmets. What about the regular helmets? I mean, I forget. I mean, those first 3 retail ones, I bought them hugely discounted from Jonathan. Yeah. Let's say Boba Fett. What's Boba Fett. So $79.99. How many? 625 pieces. Big difference, right? I mean, that's like, half as many more pieces. Iron Man helmet. What do you get? $79.99, 480. So those Batman ones are kind of on the light side, eh?
It's funny, pick that
Stormtrooper
up.
helmet, 647. So the Star Wars ones definitely they're up
What
there.
what I find weird is the let's see, the Iron Man helmet, the Stormtrooper, like any of those first gen helmet sets haven't really discounted much more than they. I guess they did hit 20%, most of them at one point. But like on
Yeah.
Amazon, they've been $10 off for like how long? And it's funny, the second gen ones, they all hit 20, 25, 30% off here.
Yeah.
Like that Iron Man helmet, I have yet to see it even 20% off personally.
Oh, Iron Man at Walmart a few times has been discounted. I'm not a fan of it, and I walked
Yeah.
away from it. Um, yeah. Oh, I don't like that. I'm looking at it now. It's like, back orders accepted. Will ship in 60 days. Translation: it'll ship in less than 30.
Yeah.
That's my
So,
experience.
so I wonder, did that just drop today or something? Or
I don't know. It's just I'm bouncing around the Lego site, which I don't do much of unless there's a launch, and it's like I
yeah,
clicked on new and let's see, shop,
just
new, and did I do this right? Shop, new. I want it to reload.
well, I haven't done this in a while. I got tank treads to build.
Oh wow.
So they put tank treads around the back of this cockpit.
Ice Castle. Actually, that's kind of cool too. Well, I don't like all that trans blue. Although I know a lot of classic space guys are going to like the trans blue. They'll find a use. They'll buy that castle just for those
Yeah.
parts, and they'll mix it in, even though it's not classic blue.
I wonder if you'll see Lego actually put sales on online at some
I
point
don't know.
again.
It's been so bad the last few years.
Yeah, like even Black Friday, they haven't. Like a couple of years ago, they were you would get 30%. There was a one set of the day would be 30% off, and then they had a bunch 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Last year, I
Here,
don't know if they had. I don't think they had sales. Period. I think didn't they just have a special a gift of purchase or something? I think.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't buy a damn thing on Black Friday last year, which was disappointing. I was hoping I had money to burn at that time. I was like, oh, I just wanted something on sale, and that never happened.
Yeah. Wonder if there's any other pre-orders for October. Going through these new listings here. Well, that's something else I want. The Imperial Armored Marauder.
Oh yeah,
Okay, well, you get
you're looking for the
Car.
new figs.
Well, you get Carl Weathers' character,
Yeah,
and then you get 3 stormtroopers, 2
uh,
regular ones, and a special one.
yeah, the
So that's a
mortar trooper, maybe
Marauder, a motor trooper. Yep,
mortar. Yeah,
and it's like that's a great army building set if you like to get lots of troopers. Oh, and there's another space shuttle. There's a little one, $50. Oh, there's Brothor's Asgard. Yeah, I really gotta get that.
well, I just love the well, I'm terrible with names. The guy that's playing the video game, he's even got like a little PlayStation controller
Yeah,
in that set. It's pretty cool. Korg,
Korg.
Korg, I think.
I think that helmet cowl thing is the only pre-order. And I don't understand this. Why does Lego have to do anything as a pre-order? Come on.
Yeah.
All their stuff sells.
All right, let's put this on.
Geez, I was going to cheat here. Let's see. That.
Huh, that's different.
That's cool. I was checking something against the Lego website, and we actually got something cheaper than the Lego website today. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brad's sale was okay. NOS bombs.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the problem. I don't want anyone to, because everyone knows, me and Brad, Lego guy, we're good friends, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, wrong Brad. But yeah, Brad Nussbaum's sale was okay. I mean, as opposed to no sale, right?
Yeah. Did he have some interesting, like any retired?
No,
stuff,
no. There was a couple of modulars and stuff that people be definitely interested in, but for me, it was kind of a washout. My wife came out a lot better than I did.
Yeah, and seeing I'd be more interested when it comes to something like that. It would be like I wouldn't be going there to buy stuff that's still available in the store. I would be more interested in finding something that I can't find anywhere else, or something unique, eh?
Yeah.
Or hoping anyway.
Here's a set I was looked at today in Walmart: the Iron Man Ironmonger Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
The all gray suit of armor thing.
Yeah, it's
because it looks like it's the same scale as the other two I bought last year, and it's like kind of the right price. Now Lego is sold out, but I can find it pretty much in all the Walmarts.
I'm sure Walmart or like I say Mastermind. You don't really do much Mastermind, though, do you?
Not a lot. I never get deals in there. I always miss out on the deals at Mastermind. I don't order much online from them either.
Yeah.
So if I'm tripping over one, then I'll go in there. And I gotta admit, they break street date all the time.
Yeah.
So if something's coming out on like the 1st, go to Mastermind because they'll put it on the shelf. Like I did, back at Christmas with the Star Wars sets. The January 1st sets were out 2 weeks before. Every Mastermind.
All right. Yeah, I think I've only bought off Mastermind maybe twice since I made an account, but I only if there's sales.
I like the stores. Polybag only in store and starts 20th of September. Oh, this is the gift with purchase for September Mom was talking about. Yeah, September is horrible. And the U.S. is no better off than we are. I'm not sure how the U.K. is doing, if their calendar is better, because sometimes there are differences in the U.K. calendar than ours. But Canada and the States, we got screwed in September. It is not worth it.
Well, this sucks. I've got a piece here.
Mama's already got an update. I'm scrolling up in the chat. They've already accepted her, and the voting kit has been sent. Okay.
Oh yeah. So.
Oh, Mama's NDP orange. That's okay. We forgive you, Mama.
Yeah. You don't hold that against you.
Do you know what's horrible right now? I hate listening to the federal Green Party guy because he's like
Oh, yeah.
one lone grass in the wind,
Yeah.
He's sitting there by himself. And let's be honest, he's either going to get a whole bunch of his team into the government in a month, or he's going to lose his job as
Yeah.
the one and only Green Party guy. I mean, so honestly, that's the most interesting part of this election, like seeing who's going to have party status and who's not going to have it, who might lose it if they were close.
Yeah.
Everyone's making promises. I don't know.
I'm going to go upstairs really quick. So I got a piece that's damaged.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's obviously it's something that I bricklinked. The underside, this one stud looks like it's, I don't know if this
like it's going to interfere with the build if you put it on.
So this piece.
Yep.
So underneath, it's kind of got a little bit of damage. So I have to put.
Oh,
I have to get that to go on.
It won't
go all the way. It won't go all the way in, no matter how much I push. But I think if I get a little screwdriver or something, maybe I can kind of push the piece that's kind of smushed and hopefully get it to go in. I'll be right back.
Yep. All right, everyone. So welcome to All Bricks Count. Unfortunately, I don't have any screen controls or channel controls here, so I can't click or expand anything. But yeah, hey, tune in to my channel tomorrow, and we'll see what's in the bag. And actually, 2:30. Yeah, most elections are. I think it's the fresh people and the fresh candidates. Those are the ones that always interest me the most because they're the ones who are coming in with, all the new ideals and, they really think they're going to make a difference and they earnestly want to try. And one thing I hate about politics is only the party that's in knows the financial situation. They know the books. No one knows the books. And I remember watching, so this would be the provincial NDP getting in Ontario. And, and they were told one thing by the previous party that wasn't at the PCs, I can't remember. But anyway, and then they got in, and in 6 months of them being in, and they looked at the books, and they realized they couldn't keep any of their promises. And they had to come clean with the public and come clean with the unions because that's who largely backed them. And it was horrible for the NDP after that. But I mean, the lesson I learned from that is no party that's trying to get elected knows what's in the government books until they get in themselves and see the books.
Yeah.
And
know the agenda.
Yeah. I mean, and there's no doubt the liberals, they're throwing out a lot of empty promises or half promises because they see the books. They know what they got and they know what they don't have.
Yeah.
And we won't know until they tell us and until the next budget and stuff. But, anyone trying to get elected, it's all guesswork for them. They don't know what they're going to have to play with. So to me, their promises are even more empty because they don't have a clue. It's totally guesswork on their part.
Get in there, surprise.
Yeah. Oh, we're broke.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, don't worry. Everyone knows that already.
Yeah. But how broke? Like, when the World Bank says, we're not giving you any more loans, or we're changing your grade from one thing to another.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Trudeau.
Yeah.
We are broke. Your monopoly money is worth more than your dollar.
Well, frankly, all our money's worth nothing. It's not like it's based on the gold standard anymore. It's been a long time since our money was based on gold.
Yeah, and actually, our dollar versus the American dollar has gotten a little better. But that doesn't mean that our dollar's actually worth it anymore. It means that the U.S. is in a better shape than we are.
It wasn't even that long ago when our dollar was on par or even when it was 5 cents over. I mean,
that was like rate what 99 2000 somewhere in there, was it
yeah,
not?
something
Maybe
like that.
maybe yeah. Actually, I was wife and I were together. That would have been probably 0304 because I can remember us going to Fargo
Right.
for a holiday, and yeah, and our money, we were actually a little better when we switched our money over. That was the first I had ever where I got more American money than
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Not a lot because the bank likes to take their cut, but I ended up walking out of our bank here with more than when I went in, which is kind of
I
neat.
mean, and with the lopsidedness with the dollar, it's like there's not a lot of incentive to go shopping in the States unless you're buying something you can't get here.
Uh, the one thing that will always be cheaper in the States, no matter what the exchange rate, is
Oh,
booze.
gas. Oh, booze. Okay,
Booze.
booze. Okay. I was going to say gas, but
Yeah. Oh, gas
because
too. And
because
you
depending
gotta,
on where I drive in the States, I mean,
yeah,
gas
you
has
gotta
been
go quite a
crazy good.
ways. Typically you gotta go south quite a ways before the gas is it really, really good. Like I've seen, well, actually, the few times I watch his videos, M&R, and actually in a few of the videos I've seen the gas price and like, holy crap, convert that,
Yeah.
convert the gallons of liters. Like that's cheap.
Yeah.
That's
Well, even like, the last time when I had done the big drive, here to the coast and then down Maine and then Maine across, worked my way through Vermont all the way, to New York State and then back up through the falls. After I did the conversion, I had figured that, and it was tricky because you go in gallons to liters and all this stuff, but I was using calculators to do everything for me. And I figured I was paying 20 cents less per liter in the worst case. And sometimes it was even better than that. Oh, Mama's out,
what.
calling it a night. I was
Take
worried
care of that cold, Mama.
I was worried the audio went out. Oh, you had that look on your face like I can't hear him.
Oh, yeah, you'd be checking the cord.
Yeah.
So you'd
Well, I'm
know.
intentionally keeping away from the desk a bit so I don't even trip that. And that reminds me, I gotta get duct tape tomorrow. I'm out of duct tape.
Oh,
Gotta go Dollarama, get me a couple rolls. I go through that stuff like you wouldn't believe. I use it for everything.
I don't use much duct tape, but we go through a lot of masking tape here. We always when we pack kids' lunches, when they get to where they have, I call it daycare, but it's really just morning after care more for the most part. But they have lunch there. So they'll put their lunch in a cooler, and it's usually warm up. So I always masking tape and Sharpie their names on it.
Oh,
End up
cool.
with more than one kid there that's got the same plastic container, lunch
Oh,
containers.
yeah. In my case, it was the same name. I mean, at one point, I had like 7 Ricks in the same class. I mean,
Yeah,
that was just brutal. That's how I ended
yeah.
up carrying Rick for a lot of years. You are
I've
Rick. You are
well
Richard.
for
You are
me,
Ricky.
being a Ryan, actually, I went to high school or went right through school with another Ryan. And what did he do? Or what did we do? We both married Chantels.
Oh, wow.
Just spelled one with 2 L's and one with 1 L. But yeah,
So, I mean, clearly you got a lot of Lego. I got a lot of Lego. What what do you like? What are you looking for? What do you want? Like, what's your next? What would be a Star
going
Wars
forward
set? Well, yeah, like what's a Star Wars set you don't have
that I don't have. Well, you know
that
what?
you would want? And I don't mean something ridiculous like an AT-AT because, well, I mean
Yeah,
that's That's crazy, stupid money.
Well, and you know what? You already know because I've told you that those sets are just maybe some day down the road I can pick up one of them, but for the most part I won't buy them because they're just too big. But actually, probably the next thing I would buy, and we'll see, maybe by winter, sometime through the winter, I want to get a couple of the older Hoff sets. The one that's got the Wampa and the one that's got the Tauntaun in it.
Sure, but that's
Yeah.
going back a bit. What about what's currently out?
Oh, but currently out.
Yeah.
Well, I want the Mandalorian fighter. That
Yeah,
I do want.
I gotta admit that
Um,
is kind of nice.
Yeah, like when the old version, when I seen it, like so that's just it. Like I like the look of the old version. When I saw they released this new one, and it also had that oh Gar Saxon, that minifigure is cool. And it's
Yeah.
like I'm sold. I'm
Oh,
buying
the
it.
figures alone make it a pretty good.
Yeah,
And you don't have it, eh?
and I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
I'll I'm gonna wait. You know what? Likely what I'll do, yeah, I'll either wait to see if I can luck out on a sale, or I'll wait for a gift for purchase. I
Well, I
think.
tell you what, I guarantee, I bet you before Christmas, after Black Friday, but before Christmas, you'll save 20-30 bucks on this set.
Yeah, I'm thinking if
No
I keep an
worries,
eye on
because
Amazon.
heavily produced, everyone's got it, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one. I'm trying to think what else came out. Um, oh, there's the Mandalorian Forge. Excuse me. But
Yeah, I just saw
I
that one.
I
That's
don't
kind of
know.
cool.
Um, the what's her name? The one that does the forging.
Yeah.
It's the helmet's funky looking. They should have they should have done a new mold for it. They're using the same one as Gar Saxon,
Yeah.
and yeah, she needs small horns, and in different spots in the helmet. And they should have gave her a cape, like a because she had like a cloak in the like it doesn't look accurate whatsoever to me anyway. Um, but it's still a neat set. I don't know if I don't know if I'll get it. I'm trying to think what else. So Mando Fighter, Slave One. I That's another one I'm maybe, but not 100% sure.
What, the new Boba Fett starship?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you got that. You didn't get that, eh?
No,
So you've got what? You've got two Boba Fett ships, right?
yeah. I
Because
got
you have the
20th
UCS and you got the 20th
UCS and
anniversary.
20th. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, it'd be great if they come out with a Django one again. Like, I don't know if we'll see it in.
Was I watching Mandar and they were talking about that? People were asking him. I think it was one of those ask him question things, and people
Yeah,
were asking for a UCS Django one, and I don't see it happening. I really
no.
don't.
You know what? Looks pretty. Like I've seen quite a few people um, mock so switch out and put the blue pieces on the UCS Slave One. It looks really cool.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey Jacob, yeah, it's going good. This thing's getting big. It's getting really big.
Why don't you show us an update on the big
Yeah.
screen?
So we got all that.
I regret taking mine apart now when I see how big that is.
So we got all that plus we got the whole canopy. that, and I think this so far the back part of it. So I'm thinking in the next 5 or 10 minutes I'll have that portion of it done. And then I got just one more manual, so I probably still have a couple hours of building ahead of me at least to
Yeah.
finish. But I don't foresee it being tonight. But my back is already starting to get sore.
Well, you've already put in what? Almost an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, we're at an hour and 40 now. Making some progress tonight, though.
Hmm. What am I looking for?
I don't think anything else. What else came out?
But that forge, that's probably something I'm looking to get. And I don't do the play sets, but I gotta admit, some of these figures are just.
Well, that's just it, eh? Like, there are some neat figs. I'm even considering that what's the $25 set? The other Ahsoka one.
Oh, Maul and Ahsoka?
Maul and Ahsoka. It's too bad it's the same Ahsoka, but
Yeah.
get it for the Maul. Is there any other new sets we missed?
I've gone through. That forge is something that's really kind of hot. I tell you, actually, you remember I sent you pictures of the Chinese helmets?
Yep.
That Princess Leia one from Return of the Jedi with her Bouche helmet?
Yeah.
I tell you, if it was a little bit cheaper, I would have already ordered it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty slick looking. And I don't want to get instructions and build it because if a lot of those browns, I probably will be missing a lot of parts. I just don't want the trouble of having to hunt. But I don't want to pay close to full Lego retail for a Chinese helmet.
Yeah.
Which is probably a ripoff of somebody's mock, and I don't know yet because I haven't investigated that yet.
Yeah, if you looked hard enough, sure, you probably would find it on somewhere.
Yeah. So that Republic gunship I bought, that's sold out. $479, and it's sold out.
Is it? Oh, it's so it's not back.
Oh, it just says. Let's see if I click on it.
It's
because I'm logged in temporarily out of stock.
Temporarily out of stock, yeah.
Doesn't give us any dates. Oh, I'll tell you something I did do. I ordered a He-Man figure. Last night I said, screw it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm getting me a He-Man figure. Because of that Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so tight in there. Anyway, the Battle Cat, when it's built, is supposedly the same scale as the Mattel toy. So I figured if it is, I want a He-Man figure to put on it.
So you did find one, did you?
I found one. I'm importing it from the States, and it's not ridiculous. And it's not ridiculous. No, I gave up trying to find it retail in Canada. It just wasn't working. And so yeah, I'm importing it. I think it's going to cost me $15 over what would have been Canadian retail. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Is that fig? So that goes with all the. Like it's part of the release of all these Master Universe toys that have been out in like Toys R Us and stuff. It's part of that wave. It's just hard to find, or
I'm not sure if it's the scalpers lifted all the key figures across Canada, because honestly, you go into the stores, Walmart's got 3 figures: Ram Man, Fisto, I think, and someone else.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And the Prince Adam set, no one cares. It's horrible.
Like, are they like? Why don't they put minimum buys on stuff like that? Eh? Like, I've been surprised at the Lego and stuff how they've like, for the most part, you can't go nuts when there's a sale. Like Amazon, there's typically it's 3, eh?
Well, yeah, but look at the accounts I've got. It's not.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
You can work around it. You can even work around it in the same address, but they may catch on eventually. There's been a bunch of people in the scene, like I remember Diane Smetana, right?
Yeah.
She had 3 accounts, one for her, one for her husband, and one for the raffle. And they ended up coming down on her thinking she was running some sort of crazy business. And it's like she never made a dime on the raffle.
That was with Lego, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She never made a dime, and she wasn't ordering excessive amounts. We're seeing really weird stuff out of Lego. Lego went after all those guys in BC, in Lego Collectors Canada. And some of them were just ordering not even the max amounts, but it's just, you could see that they were structuring their orders to get the maximum amount of gifts with purchase. Well, that's not wrong. If you're allowed to do it, great, but don't ban their accounts or don't make it so they can't order anymore. Just don't let them have the extra gifts with purchases. Lego's doing some real shady stuff. Jacob's asking, have we seen next month's promos? Yeah, I mean, Canada and the States, the polybags, it's garbage, it's trash. It's a catch-up month for everyone with their Visa bills. Everyone's gonna be able to pay down if they owed.
Thank Christ.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Jake, was it tonight you did? So you've already done that build off? Because I was
literally
watching
a little while, like a little while before I hooked up with you. They had just finished.
Oh, okay. So they must have not started till must have been right around the time when I was finishing up work then. Because I had been kind of watching off and on because I knew I'd seen the post that it was, and then I forgot what time, but
I set a reminder and I didn't get the reminder. So I end up only catching the last 10 minutes or something. Just because I saw the Versus thumbnail, I go, oh, I want to see what are they going to do? Is it going to be a race? Because I'll never race through a build. I mean, if I'm racing, it's because I have to get up and go pee, and I don't want to stop. I don't, because that might mean another edit on a stop, on a time lapse or something. Like, oh, I'll have to make a cut there because I left for 5 minutes or whatever. It's like, yeah.
No, so I'm sorry about that. I missed that. I had full intention of popping in and taking a look.
I saw.
Who won?
Oh, Jacob beat him by half a minute to a minute. 3 pieces.
Did Macro have all the hamburger meat hanging out?
Oh, I don't know.
I always giggle. He's always got he's got shirt open and.
But see, they need to set some stakes. Yeah. The curly hairs there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, my chest is hairy too. You're not going to see. There's not going to be any low cut shirts on me.
Same boat. Yeah.
I got one Batman shirt that I probably won't wear online again, just because, that's circle cut's really loose.
Yeah,
it's almost a V cut, and it's like.
The neck hole's getting a little stretched.
Yeah, it's a new shirt. It's just the way it is, right? And it's like, Actually, I got 2 new shirts this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll show them off tomorrow. I think might as well. Which thrilled my wife to no end. Like, you kidding? You brought 2 more home? I go, yeah.
I wore my white shirt there the other day. We went out actually get groceries. It was hilarious. Somebody noticed it and they're like, "That awesome shirt, man."
Oh,
it's like,
wow.
I know. Sweet. Yeah.
I rarely get comments on the shirts, except one time when I would wear like my NWO wrestling shirt, and I'm
Oh
walking,
yeah.
and a guy goes, he yells across the street at me. He goes, "Too sweet,"
They're for
and
life.
I don't, yeah, I'm walking and I'm going, whatever, and then I realize afterwards, like,
Oh, dude.
oh, yeah, okay. And actually, I can't remember now if it was the NWO shirt or if it was my Bullet Club shirt and jacket, because I got like all the Bullet Club garbage
Oh yeah.
from a bunch of years ago. But yeah, one or the other, and it's like,
Too sweet.
actually, I told my wife, I said, I want you to find my CM Punk shirt because I have the old white shirt with the black trim. And it's like, I love that shirt. Now that CM Punk is back, best in the world, I want my shirt. God, I suspect though it was from when I was a little bit lighter.
Oh
So
yeah.
well, yeah, because she bags up my clothes based on what size I am at different times.
Yeah.
Because my weight has fluctuated, so it's like, if I go back down to a large, then she'll whip those out. Now I'm an extra large.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably not get into my North American 2XLs again, but I hope not.
There
Jeez,
you
I don't want
go,
to go back.
guy.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm not planning on it. Actually, so here's something I'm trying on my vacation. We'll see how long this lasts. So, 2 eggs every meal,
Yeah.
spinach and broccoli, or any greens for that matter,
Yeah.
and water. I've had no pop, no energy drinks, nothing. And
That's
sure enough, oh, it's rough because I'll tell you,
yeah.
all day I've had nothing but kind of that
Shakes
withdrawal,
almost.
not shakes, but withdrawal headaches. And it's like, oh boy,
See, that's
see
something
how I feel in the morning.
I really need to lay off the soft drinks
Yeah,
and start drinking more water. So what I'm trying to do, because I need something with a bit of taste.
yeah,
So I get like the Mio or well, right now Chantel picked up it's the Kool-Aid one, but I
yeah.
little shot, yeah. So my water bottle got that in it. So try and drink more water, and I gotta wean myself off of pop, but it's hard. Like, yeah, you can get addicted to sugar just like anything else. That's crazy.
But I still recommend real sugar over the diet stuff. The diet stuff, diet pop, diet whatever,
Aspartame and stuff like
aspartame,
that.
all that stuff triggers a sugar response. And if you don't even have the benefit of having sugar in your bloodstream, you're really messing yourself up. At least if you have sugar, there's some real energy there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't recommend anyone chug the diet stuff. It's like even when I'd have my wife or daughter pick up those energy drinks, whether it's Gatorade or the more harsh stuff, Monster and that stuff. I said,
Yeah.
please don't come home with a zero or with one of those that are only 10 or 20 calories for the whole can. If you're going to buy it, give me the sugar one.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll burn it and it won't be so bad. Like when I tell everyone the story about the bike rides to Niagara Falls and all the energy drinks I had consumed, it should have killed me. But between the sugar and the caffeine and the other things that were jacking my system up, but because I was burning it so fast. I mean, I was absorbing and sweating out the water.
Yeah.
Any chemicals or nutrients or stimulants, I was burning that stuff up so fast. I mean, I think my caloric burn was at minimum 7,800 calories.
Oh wow.
Minimum. Oh yeah.
That's per hour or?
No, for the whole session, which was like
Okay.
the last one, which was like 9 hours and 8 hours of it was riding. 8 hours and 5 minutes. But I was drinking, a Gatorade and an energy drink every hour, give or take. And then some hours, maybe one of those I wasn't. I was just doing water. But For
Yeah.
sure, it was a Gatorade or an energy drink in each hour for sure, because I just needed that constant kick. I wasn't using food to get me through that. Because if you take in solid food, guess what you got to do? You got to poop it out. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, I very strategically only wanted liquid fuel,
Yeah.
and I knew I would burn it off and sweat it out.
Yeah, you don't eat a big bowl of spaghetti and then head out and bike for a 9 hour ride.
Yeah.
Recipe
Well,
for disaster.
no, the night before you can carb up, right?
Yeah.
24 hours before, you can eat the heavy carbs and stuff, get it in your system, store it as fat, absolutely,
Yeah.
and make sure you have a nice, good, rest on your toilet before you go out on the bike,
Yeah.
and you'll get all the benefits of that food. You'll have the fat stores in your system.
Well, I think like that's a lot of, like yeah, a bowl of spaghetti or something like that. I know that's actually my brother used to always do that for a
Yeah.
hockey game.
Right.
Well, not right before, like a few hours before or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
I mean, you got to be careful where that is in your intestines. That could be a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I remember I was playing soccer one time shortly after eating. I got hit in the gut with a ball. That was the worst pain I'd ever been in. It seemed to zero in on right wherever that food
Yeah.
was. Like, oh my God.
All right. Things are coming together here. I know I talked to Brad, the dad, and I was telling him had been building this, and he wasn't so crazy about it. He personally had found it boring, this build, but I've been enjoying it
Oh,
personally.
really?
Yeah, I haven't found it by any means boring anyway. No, just gotta get this piece going in. Where?
This is probably the most I've used the Lego website in a while.
How? Not quite right here. Something funny.
Tempted to get one of these stuffies. They only have a few. It's like, I don't know, there's so many more options I could have.
Oh, like are you talking like the Yoda
Yeah, the
stuffy
Yoda and the
and
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca? Just not working here. So I'm not quite sure why, but this just not lining up the way it should. Why?
I think we went over 600 in the Lego Club, eh?
Oh, really? We gotten up there, eh?
Yeah. Good number. I'm happy with it. Well, you broke the 2-hour mark.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm right there. I just need to. I've got to connect this piece, but looking back in the build, the
You
pins
skipped
just
it.
don't.
You skipped a step somewhere. Something isn't
Well,
lining up.
I don't think I skipped any steps that I can see, but the pins don't line up with the position that this other piece should be in. So skip around to there.
My wife asked me today, and I didn't know the answer. I didn't look it up. Did I have the? I gotta check my snaps. The Luke Skywalker set from Tatooine. Brad had a set out. Shop. One more time. I should just leave this permanently open. This is the fourth time I've opened this. That Imperial Light Cruiser. See, some of these sets I just got no interest in. There was a time when I would have eaten up all of these sets, and it's like, nope, no interest. That Marauder I want. Meditation Chamber I want. Even that duel on Mandalore, I'll probably end up getting it just because, oh, that's two cool figures for giggles.
Yeah.
The Death Star Final Duel I thought I wanted, even though it's a play set, but I think I have the previous version and didn't care much for that. And I don't see anything in the way of figures that make me go, yeah, I gotta get it for the figures. Then you got this Resistance. I know I don't have this one. Resistance ITS Transport. Well, as far as I know, that's not even a ship from any movie. It's a ship based on the amusement park. Something they
Oh,
built
okay.
at, yeah, they, based, yeah, I think it's based on
Oh,
something.
yeah. It's based on Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, there you go. Walt Disney World Resort and Disney, blah, blah. So why would I want this ship then? Figures, maybe. They're all kind of cool. Knights of Ren transport ship. Only if I can get it on discount because it's hideous.
Yeah.
I don't care how cool those two figures are. That ship is hideous. I have a hard time buying something if I think it's ugly.
The what do they call it? The Night Buzzard, right?
The Night Buzzard? Is that what they call that thing?
Yeah.
The Knights of Ren transport ship?
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I mean, and now that I'm zoomed in on it, it looks even worse.
That's what I did. Well, figure out what I did wrong anyway.
Oh yeah, fits good
Fixed.
now.
Yeah, just had things off 90 degrees. Holy man, this thing's getting big. That's crazy.
No, that's huge. I'm tempted to buy the Lego fish tank.
Oh, the fish bowl.
Yeah, and here's the thing: not just one of them. Okay, Obi-Wan's hut. I think this is
Can't.
what my
I
wife
gotta
was trying
back
to
up
show
and
me
get it in
today.
frame.
Oh,
Look
there
at
we go.
that, eh?
Wow. No, that's crazy.
I know, eh? That's freaking cool. I'm I'm very pleased with the decision to reclaim parts for this thing. I'm looking forward to putting it on up on the shelf. Start to get these boxes cleared off and actually get sets up there.
I mean,
That'll
that
be the
might be. There's a
winter
way to
build
mount
project.
that one on a TV stand, a wall mount swivel TV stand. I'll see if I could find a link for it after.
Oh, I've seen people do that with the UCS Falcon.
Yeah, the UCS Falcon's an easy one. Actually, someone's done it now with this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a big T bar. Make sure you got a stud to put it on the wall. But when they were done, it's like, oh, and the guy said it's even better than the stand that comes with it. So it's like,
Hmm.
sweet. So you hang it on the wall. It looks aggressive. It's flying down kind of look. Um, Obi-Wan. So I think this was the set my wife was trying to show me. Yes, I have it. Haven't built it, but I have it. That's a good thing I didn't let her buy it.
Yeah, I guess that'd be an idea if you did the TV wall mount. That's one way to open up the possibility of getting one of those big sets. But
Well, especially in your case, like you can find all your studs pretty easy, I imagine.
yeah,
So you could have those very secure connections.
yeah. Except in my Lego hideaway here, I don't have anywhere left that I could put. My decision to have posters here kind of, well, on that thing, I wouldn't be able to get around the bed with that thing sticking out. But yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that for the first time. Somebody put it on a TV wall mount. I was like, Christ, that's a hell of a good idea.
Yeah.
Never dreamed of doing that.
And depending on the mountain you've got, it's actually real clean and easy. Like it's not a horrendous redo of the interior of the Falcon. Like it actually works really good with the Technic connections. Like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. When do you think the AT-AT is going to get leaked? Actually leaked?
Well, okay, so Mandar, his show.
Mm-hmm.
I know people get upset when I say Mandar because I don't like to say M and R. I think that's just as dumb. So I say
Yeah.
Mandar.
Like I know he put out the thing about the video game.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to believe that's the actual design or not.
It's not crazy, his theory. And if you count the studs and stuff you see in that game render, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's a pretty big version, and that's definitely bigger than the little ones I got in the cabinet. So,
Yeah.
I mean, why would you stray too far?
Yeah.
Now,
He said
in
they
his
did
video,
it before, eh? They've done that in the past with something.
yes, some of the game stuff has been real later. Yep.
Oh yeah, because he said the UCS Hoth, they used some of those builds were in one of the games, I think.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing too. LDD, Lego Digital Designer, it's the same as Bricklinks.io, more or less. And eventually it'll be one software now that Lego's got both.
Yeah.
Um, Sets that you build in LDD, the 3D render, they can use it in their animated functions. It's really not a leap for them. So to see them go from one method to the other, and then they could reverse it and come up with, you know, a build. Now,
Yeah.
granted, if you see, the 3D render and it's got all the studs and stuff on the outside, they probably didn't do all the interior. They wouldn't need to.
Yeah.
But it's if you already got the end game, it's not that hard to work towards that end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the exterior look that usually hangs you up anyway.
Yeah.
So
If you can figure out the outside, the guts of it should be, well, not necessarily easy, but very doable.
well, it's like look at that Gundam thing I built years ago, that tall one. It's definitely inspired by one or two guys' builds, but it's not their builds.
Yeah.
But someone went backwards and tried to, okay, they looked at it and went, okay, this is how this was done. How can I do it relatively the same or
Yeah.
close to it? But they didn't know, they didn't have the designs. And me building it, it's like, yeah, it was very clear they didn't know what they were doing on the inside. That's why I
Yeah.
had to fix it so many times.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know where you're going, it's not that hard to build the interior.
Well, you know what? Like I said in that stormtrooper helmet, like I got the feeling that the whoever designed it never built, like they did
They
the studio
they did the
thing,
digital stuff, and that's as far as they
and that's
went.
it. Like
Yeah,
especially when I got doing layers, and like I was like I could be like 4 steps up, and there's still plates and or bricks that weren't attached to anything yet. They're just kind of
yeah,
in mid, like
yeah.
that was frustrating.
Well, that's something that's painful with using both pieces of software. So you build it piece by piece, whatever you get somewhere, and then if you try and have it build out your instructions, it's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it will do some weird stuff, including the floating parts that aren't connected for another 5 steps. That's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, you can work around it, but it's very tedious.
Yeah.
And when I just built that tiny little 3D printer in stud.io, I don't know what it was, 100 pieces, whatever it was. It was wicked hard for me to fix the instructions. Like, it did an okay job, but then I had to go back and fix a few steps so it would make more sense. Like, it made sense to me, but I built it, I designed it.
Yeah.
To someone looking at the loose parts, like, what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I had my wife build it and my daughter build it, because I figured take two inexperienced people, and
Yeah.
just like Lego will do, you got to have focus groups and you try out a build and see what they think and see how
Yeah.
hard it is. And so I did that. I put my family to work. I said, yeah, build this, because I want to make sure my buddy can build this who isn't a Lego guy.
Yeah.
I don't want him frustrated, because he just wanted the printer. He wanted the mock of what he had seen. And it's like, I said, I could do it. I could figure it out. And I did. I reverse engineered it.
Yeah.
And if I'm off by 4 pieces tops in that whole build, because I figured out everything else that the original mock guy had done.
Oh yeah.
But it was a small build. It wasn't that hard to figure out.
Right.
But it was cool. It was a great project.
Well, I know that trooper helmet. I'm sure I probably added 150 to 200 pieces
Oh,
from
wow, that
plates
many.
and to fix the insides and strengthen it. And oh yeah, I added a lot of pieces.
I think that giant Gundam, I probably added 100 pieces all in. And I didn't just add pieces, I changed structure.
Yeah.
Which people will have to watch the original videos that I put back online, because there's just no way I'm making instructions for it. They can figure out what I did.
Yeah. Well, like I still ended up with the outside being the same, but like I had to run plates across to like tie the two sections together and seal
Yeah.
off the bottom of the helmet. And And then even on the inside, like I was building out, but like even the bricks weren't over. They when he designed it, he didn't overlap the bricks, so like you had to be careful because you'd go to push down on something and you'd just snap off a section of the build.
Push
Like,
right off.
yeah, like I learned that when I was 6 that you need to overlap your
Yep.
bricks well.
Literally bricks. I mean,
Yeah. So I was running like 1x8 and 1x10, 1x12 plates on the inside to strengthen like to link those bricks together, otherwise the wall would cave in, kind of thing. So I was like the ones that were on the inside of the build, I was basically strapping them with plates and all kinds
yeah.
of stuff. Yeah.
No, I curse every time there's an instruction that says push this one plate or brick onto another, and it's like it's not overlapping something. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, mostly because it's going to be harder to pull off, especially when they're plates. Like,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, Lego, or thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Chinese block maker. You're screwing me good.
Yeah.
Well, let's shut her down.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
I'm good to go.
Right
Without
on.
the benefit of energy drinks or sugar.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on with me and keeping me company.
Oh, no sweat.
We'll,
I'm guessing I'm gonna be on like all day tomorrow because you figure between new bricks at 9 p.m., 2:30 with Corey and the UK guys, even Cabbage Face. I thought it was kind of going to be one-on-one. I didn't realize I was going to become part of an ensemble cast. I think there's 5 guys, but I probably want to do something else too. I figure because I'm not going to get much else done if I'm going to be streaming twice. I'll probably end up doing a build.
So that's 2:30 your time?
Yeah, 2:30 Eastern
so
for Boom Bricks, and then 9 p.m. tomorrow. Brad will be on, maybe you if you're up to it.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool.
Cool.
All right.
That sounds good.
Catch you tomorrow.
Later, man. Thanks, everyone.
Peace.
See ya.